what are you doing out here?
Well, if we look on the wall, we really, really like that. It really helps us. So, Dad was thinking about tools like this. His jigsaw blades, your sawzall blades, your vibrating, what is that, rotary tool blades, and other smaller tools. With all this, they still kind of get lost. So we have plan B, which is, look at the wonderful white wall. We have a lot of white wall that's not holding any tools.
It's kind of wasted space, isn't it? Because there's the door.
And there's a magnetic strip we never can find. We'll have to avoid the door for the heater. But we have this cute little corner that could hold a lot of those specialty tools and knife blades and the stuff that you always lose. And this little section of wall here under our vents that we're rebuilding with the help of my older brother and Dad's oldest. So we were thinking, what happens if we just make all the walls into this new shelf idea? So we're going to show you how we spaced out all our tools in order to cut our
Where did you get
our
that?
slots.
Where did you get that thing?
This we spent hours on. We looked it up. We sanded this down. Okay, so we
believe that.
Oh, okay, so this is off the one we bought. But we're gonna cheat and use their distancing because it was really useful.
Folks, this was out of plywood, and it was snap together thing. It was real pretty, but it just wasn't strong enough. So what did we do next after we bought that one? Didn't we make
Well, we made one. Well, the problem was the one they made out of plywood, and it probably would have been fine if we used the right amount of tools on it. But we put all our tools on it, and it started to bend and crack. It like slipped together. It was really pretty, and it probably worked great for people that weren't crazy, but it started to bend and bow. So we're like, let's make one that doesn't bend and bow. So we did. This is one of our earliest woodworking projects, so I know it looks a little rough. But we got into a deal where we could find really, really good wood we got it for scrap, and we got it for next to nothing. But this is really good wood. With our skill level at the time, we shouldn't even had this. We should use plywood and cheapy stuff, but no, this is 100% red oak. And we made it, and guess what? We fixed that weak problem. You can put everything on this, and it held just fine. Problem we had is, other than it's kind of ugly, because it was one of our first projects, it is 100% red oak. This weighs every bit of 30 pounds, maybe more. And if we did a bunch of them, I think it might take out the wall. It would definitely pull it one way, and I think it might take the wall down.
It's not well built.
Yes. Yes, in my own way, I am saying that. And I don't think anything's built to handle that much weight on the wall. If we did like we did the shelves.
All right, well, what are we doing now? Just might tell them what's going on.
Well, like we showed you all that empty wall, we're going to put shelving all across the wall and in that little corner, and mainly do this little stuff that you lose. And if we have a spot for it, we'll know if we have it or not. We're very visual. But we decided to cheat on the spacing. We took our measurements here, but we're going to use the real fancy one. And since I don't think all the people watching have bought one of these to use it as a spacer, we thought we'd just show you with the tape measure about the spacing they have.
And this is meant to handle battery tools, folks. We got a whole set of DeWalt screwdrivers and jigsaws and all kinds of things. So this will hold it in there with the battery on it or with off of it. But as I say, it's not practical for us because we overdo with the weight of the tools.
So I showed you with the tape measure what those are. I think these you know,
What do you do if you have screwdrivers? That would be a little bit big for a screwdriver, wouldn't it?
yeah. So we just use a smaller cut.
All right. So what we did over here, folks, for screwdrivers and smaller items, we made smaller slots. We kind of free-handed those just to make sure they kind of worked. But we're going to do on the other side a whole lot. See how we did the pliers and made the thing in the middle there to hold it so it'd be strong enough. And screwdrivers, and there's some cutters and things. And screwdrivers, we're just going to make a slot and slip them in it. As Darren said, we are visual. If we can't see it, we don't know we have it. Well, anyway, that's kind of what we did. There's a heavy item right there. That's a
Weed whacker.
Weed Whacker Deluxe. And we have some other tools in there. So you can see kind of how we've done it. We're going to make on the other side a lot of those screwdriver containers like that, holders, slits, so that we can just slide them in. We were going to drill them, but then we'd have hundreds and hundreds of holes. We never know exactly what we're going to need for what screwdrivers. So we just made slots and made them universal so it fit most of the screwdrivers we have and some of the wrenches and things. Okay, we're going to show you another thing we're doing right now. All right, Darren, you came back. What did you come up with here?
Well, we have a new idea. We're taking these from Harbor Freight. Again, not sponsored, wouldn't say no to. And you can get them, I think they're $5. Sometimes you get them free if you buy buy on the right date.
Occasionally
holiday
sale for $3. Folks.
I see it cheap.
Different prices, different times.
But yeah, and sometimes they have in the circular, you can get them for free.
Okay, what we're going to do, folks, is the things we have that are oddball, that don't fit in a slot, or you can't really find a holder that's made for whatever it is. We thought, well, how about magnetic strips? And the problem that everybody comes up with, sometimes a problem, is it may not be perfectly straight or whatever when you just slap it on there. So what I'm thinking of is I'm going to put two of them together. I'm going to put one below and one above on the edge of that 2-inch 2x12 or 2x10. We got both. And I'm going to put them on the face of this. So we'll have the slots in the top up here, just like we did over there. Plus we're going to have this on the front of it for the oddball stuff that we want to make sure we can find, but if we can't see it, we don't know we have it. But if you could see that, folks, you can pick it up. And you can organize them into sizes and everything else. But if you just don't have time and you just stick them up there, eventually you'll put them back in the proper order.
I think this will come in handy. Again, wait till we actually do it. But right now, the idea will be easy. It's like, I've been using, let's see, this drill bit to make that hole in whatever thing we've been using. And I also need a jigsaw blade, or this is what, these are the tools we're using when we build something we've been rebuilding. That way it'd be handy. I don't have to look for it. Where is it on the table? No, it's right behind me on a magnetic strip. We're hoping that'll work. We'll see it in action.
We have also two ideas. Number one, if we put two together, it'll cause everything to hang straight. Now those are farther apart than they will be on the wall, but that'll give it two supports on it. Just in case we put something normally too heavy to put on one, which we would never do.
Which I already did when I was even displaying what this is going to be looking like. So yeah, we're going to try this and see if it works. I think it will. I think it'll be beneficial to us. Well, learn with us. We'll find out if we use it or not.
Well, this is my almost finished shelf, new invention. I've got screwdrivers, I've got magnetic bars there, and also put them underneath. And we put some saw blade holders up at the top. This is some more, got another charging station and some more batteries up there where we can charge them easy near an outlet there. Plus we've got room for a lot more tools. And a lot of this was wasted space, and I just couldn't see any reason not to go ahead and make it where all of my 20 years of tools could go and have a place to put them where I wouldn't have to worry about them. And I'm going to move them around and get the ones that are more convenient, put them where I want them. And then I'll have maybe some screws like we did there to put some stuff with holes in them so we can hang them. But I think that's going to make it a little bit more convenient in here, not have everything hidden in the famous lost tool place right over there. Some people call those tool cabinets, but I think that's where you put lost tools that you never find until you go buy a new one.
Well, what are we doing, Darren? I know we're always doing something.
Well, here's Dad's new shelves they decided to fill the empty spaces of that garage with.
This is called wasted spaces, I think.
We're
These are-
thinking if we just put the handy stuff we've been using on these magnetic strips,
Well, why we got two of them?
well, so we can it can hold anything. It keeps them somewhat straight.
Why are the saw blades facing me there?
Oh, just to scare you. It's just for threats. Well, if we can't see them, we don't know we have them. So we're going to remind ourselves that's where we're putting the saw blades. Figure it's up, it's holding itself. I think it's actually a pretty good little idea. Well, let's see how it does when we use it. But,
Okay,
yeah.
we just got slots for the screwdrivers.
Slots for the screwdrivers. Comes up now that we have the magnetic on the front.
We put the big ones underneath so we could put bigger stuff kind of out of the way. And we put the ones on the front there so we could see what we've got if we're using it all the time. Now, we just stuck those up to give a kind of a demonstration of it. You want to show us some other things it'll hold?
Well, we got our battery charging station right here. Another spot where we can put stuff up and see what we got.
Okay, and then over here we've got a little corner that we just had lots of things in, but they built the air conditioning system bigger and moved it out because to meet state requirements it had to be that way. But what it did to our little space, we can't put our drill press or anything in there without being cramped, so wasted space. So we put this in here, and he went over and he has put some tools and stuff just to kind of show, but we're going to put them different places. We'll figure out where the best and most usable place is, and then that's where it'll end up. You want to kind of show them what will stick on those magnetic strips?
Well, everything. It's always a hard time to find a jigsaw blade. We're always hunting. So if we put them all in one spot, and with the power of these magnets, they'll just stay. We can just see them. May have to take that one out of the package because it won't stay on. But besides minor things like that, I mean, we can just anything we're working with or on, we can just put right where we see it.
Okay, won't you show them putting a tool set up so we can just show them?
Like the idea of, yeah, we were thinking about just doing this on this one, just so we'd have a full combination set of tools. I say full. We'll make fun of Dad and looks like we're missing a piece already.
Well, you know, I would never have lost
Never
it.
break open one piece just for a second.
I would not have laid it in the grass where I was working on the lawnmower and then mowed the grass and rent the blade. I don't do that.
Never done that.
It's never happened,
Twice, 3
folks.
times. Almost
All
never.
is imagination. He blames me for every little thing like that.
If I blame him for
It
every
missed
little
his
thing he
head.
does.
I mean, it was
like
a
that.
foot or so away from his head when I mowed over it. He complains, you know.
Well, some.
A miss is a miss. But you find your wrenches real quick that way.
Well, you remember him that way. Near-death experiences seem to keep
And
cool
it
ideas.
gives you an
in there.
incentive to pick up your tools out of the grass, folks, if you do that. And there's been various other objects I couldn't identify what they were after the blade hit them.
Oh, I could. Yeah, they were expensive.
Well, they had cords on them, but I don't know how high expensive they were.
It was that and time to fix. Let's see. Oh, look.
All right, folks, that's kind of what we're up to. He's got some more of those little magnetic things we got from Harbor Freight. They get them for about $3, or you can get them. They're 5 something, I believe, normally around $5.
Yeah.
But you can sometimes get them free in their specials.
Yeah, sometimes if you bring in a coupon, you get them free, that or a tarp or a flashlight. They're very good for what they do. Again, not sponsored by them.
I don't know what's wrong. I get the flashlight and I can't use it because it's still light outside. He laughed, folks. He did laugh. It was kind of a smirk, I think, really.
A little smirk.
Little smirk. Okay, anyway, that's what we're doing, and that's our wasted space areas. Now, we haven't put everything up, but we did put another saw blade there.
Well, we don't really know where we want things yet, but we will as we start using stuff, and where the tools kind of generally get put up at will be where we use them.
All right, that's our wasted space videos, folks, and I hope that helps.